Saludos everybody, welcome back to Decent Shirt, where we play cards while we wear decent shirts. And for today's video, we have a very special episode for you guys. This one is an interview with the most recent Lifestream Premier champion, Pope. So if you guys have been familiar with my videos, you know that Pope is very much featured in my videos a lot because he's one of the best, if not the best, current Puerto Rican player in the area, and he's been like balling out, and none better than the last tournament that just happened last Saturday ago, and he was able to do it with a very interesting, very unorthodox water list that I'm super happy to discuss with him and for you guys as well in your home. So without much ado, let's just get on to the video. Alright, so I mean, this man doesn't really need any new introductions at this point, but regardless, I will do my best. Pope. Pope is a good friend of mine that's probably the best talent we have currently in Puerto Rico. He definitely has the numbers to show for it. For he has finally been able to qualify for the World Championships. Congratulations, Pope, on that.
Hello, everybody. This is Pope. Back here after the victory of the Premier on this Saturday. Wanted to do a quick profile of the deck, and yeah, most of you already know what I was playing. It was Lochagon. I'm gonna steal the name of the Holy Water deck. It seems very funny. Whoever made that up, amazing. And yeah,
we're super excited to have you represent us. Hopefully more of the Puerto Rican community can also join you, perhaps me at some point. I hope so. We're halfway there. Hopefully we can make a good run. Anyway, this deck, it's such an interesting take on the water build and the Lochagon builds and everything in between, especially because seeing reactions during and post the tournament, they've confused a lot of people with the counts and some of the tech cards that you decided to choose. So to start off, Pope, I want to ask you, what kind of deck is this? Is this like an aggro? Is this mid-range? Is this control? Like, what exactly did you come up with when you were building this deck?
so I would classify my deck as a mid-range deck. It has 15 Elestrals, of which very few like have combo potential. I just really want to have bodies on field and be defensive. And whenever I can pop off, I'll just pop off. I can pop off in turn 2, can pop off in turn 1, but honestly, I would still consider it a mid-range deck.
I see. Well, let's just get on to the deck, right? I'm sure that that's why everybody came here for. So let's just, could you do a deck profile for us?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you real quick the cards. Just basic playset of foamies, 2 Magneros and 2 A-Pharaohs. Didn't play the third one because I didn't have it, but honestly, after playing, I don't think I would play a third one. I might play a third Magneros, and that way I can search Aphrodite. Aphrodite's the one that revives if their same name, Elestrals being destroyed. I think it might be a good card in this meta, especially against Morphrost and Scorpio going around. The 2 Tap Pups, of course, for the easy ascension to the locks, 2 and 2. And you think one of the highlighted cards of my run was base at Galaxy. I don't think people were very prepared for it. It played around very good against the mirror match, and it was good against Morphrost. They were trying to water enchant to prevent tsunami, and I just slapped this down, and you know, they couldn't get over it, like they couldn't deal with it. That's it for the Elestrals. Now the runes to Aphrodite's, 3 Ambrose, because this is a very counter rune heavy deck, so you want to keep, you know, to stay alive, and it triggers the locks. 3 Nox, we want to see cards, and the 1 EQ. And for the counter runes, 3 Tsunami, it's free in this deck. 3 Shields, 3 Gorgons, 3 PTAs. Then we have, those are the standard ones. Then we have the 2 main deck Pandora's boxes, because I felt that everything searches in this meta, so main deck Pandora didn't seem that bad, and the two Chains of Prometheus. That way, if whenever I had the combo, I knew I could just do it without fear because it was gonna pop off. It didn't come up that much. Barely made it like twice. But yeah, that's the main deck. For the spirit deck, it's 13 water. 13 water. Two Saptors. Then we have the two Vampiro for the chains and also for the Lavalith in the side deck. The two Teratlas for the EQ, and the one floor mine for you guys know for that what for what this card is. But also for another side deck card that I'm gonna show you right now. I'm gonna show the side deck real quick. The one resting, Lavalith, very good in this meta. Everybody has either a Stadium or Divine, so it's free. Big monster, pop back row, and clear boards. Then we have the Frost for the Cryoblast. Didn't really use it. The one Drotagwa, never cited it in, but it was basically an idea to trigger the locks and to if I went to time, but that never happened. Two Divine Blessings, didn't really cited it in. I wanted to use them for Ice Age, to counter Ice Age and Morfrost, but nobody really played it, so I just decided not to play it in. And it's pretty free because you have the Aphrodite, so you can just take it from it and, you know, pop off. This card came in Clutch Tornado. It's good. Again, a lot of Divines, good against Hermes as well. That's what I also playing one Lycanus in the side deck. Good card, honestly, and it's very cheap. Obviously, the Spoiled Fruits for the mirror match. Two Atlantis for Frost. Basically, I was using it for Frost. I think I never cited it in because I felt pretty comfortable with just the main counter rules and the main deck as it was, but it was just in case. And I think the MVP of the side deck is the Waylands. People weren't expecting it. It basically destroys Morfrost, and it's also good against every deck. Like in general, you may take away their starters or stuff, but in Morfrost is just like disaster. And yeah, that's basically my deck. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'm sure Decent Shirt has a few questions for me.
Awesome. So I think that a really standout card that came out of this deck was the Galaxies, and also the Chains of Prometheus. Why did you choose to run those unorthodox cards in the main deck? Like some other people would have chosen to use them in the side deck. However, you chose to put them in the main deck. Could you harp on that a little bit more?
So for the use of Chains of Prometheus, for example, is to make sure that I can get the Lochagon combo off. I rarely used it. I think I used it like once or twice during the tournament. It was nice, but it's okay. It's not great. And if you're playing against water, it's horrible because an opponent used it against me while I had base set lock on field. And they were trying to pop off, do the combo, and I was like, okay, in resolution, since I added water, effective pop. So it's not good against water. And Galaxy, it's good against the mirror match, and it's good in general. It's a 5-body. You can play around Tsunami, and people are trying to play around Tsunami, and that is why Morphos particularly puts Elestrals water enchant. I'll just go, okay, Galaxy, switch his stats and just go over. So it was a nice call, I guess, and it works okay in my deck as well. The only problem is Aphros, which honestly I don't mind. All I want is the body, so it's okay if they have a 2 stat.
You chose to run 2 Magneros and 2 Aphros, which are unusual counts for a Lochagon deck, if we're being honest here. Can you tell us why you went with the 2-2 count? Also, how did it perform throughout the tournament? Like, did you miss it? Did you feel like it was just fine? Was it a perfect number?
For the 2 Magneros, 2 Aphros, simple answer, I did not have the 3rd Aphros. Would I have played it? Absolutely. I would have played 2 Magneros, 2 Aphros, But after the tournament, I logged the 2-2 ratio. I would play though 2 Magneros, 2 Aetheros, and run the counter rune, the revives, and Elestral that it's searchable by the Magneros. I think that's a good tech right now. So let's see if it works or not in the future, because you cast lock, don't use the first effect, then you use the second effect to special. When it's special, use the effect to recycle. You get spoiled fruit, pop, sure. I revive, come back, effect to recycle, pop again. It's great. It's a good counter in my opinion.
So, let's talk about the spicy side deck. And we cannot continue without mentioning the star of the show in your top 8 match against Bo, which was none other than Waylands. What led you to use the big whale? Like, did you get to use the whale throughout the tournament a lot, or was it just one-time use for a Bo? Like, how was your experience playing with the Waylands? Because I know that a lot of people have been like fantasizing with the idea of playing with Waylands and doing exactly what you did in stream, but I don't think anybody else has been able to do it up till now. So congrats on that part, right? So what are your thoughts on Waylands?
I used Waylands because it was searchable, and I was predicting that Morfrost was gonna be all over the place. I only played Morfrost in top 8, and I rarely sided in Waylands in the other matches. I think I did it once against the Mirror. But honestly, I only used it against Bo twice. In round 7 of Swiss, nobody saw the game, but we played our final match. She already saw that I ran Morfrost, and in that game she was surprised. So that's why she was ready for Waylands, my bad, for Waylands in top 8, and that was why she added the 2 Abominables, because she already knew what was coming. In the chat when we were talking, she mentioned like, unfortunately I'm gonna have to pass without this, and I know what's coming. She knew that I had to search for Waylands, and that it was gonna get very technical very fast. So yeah.
Are there any particular side deck cards that are overperformed for you throughout the tournament, or were they just all evenly matched in terms of, depending on the matchup, you felt like you could play them and overall everything saw use?
They all worked well. Spoiled fruit for the Mirror. I mostly sided in the resting and the lava lift. If you're gonna go second, take out chains and put lava lift. You don't need chain going second. And Tornado was nice. Tornado helped me in the Hermes deck. It's a cheap way to just ruin a big strategy of theirs. And I also used it against, I think it was Kione. It's nice, it's cheap. It's good removal. I wish it could destroy, but we take what we get.
Huh. Awesome stuff. Throughout the tournament, you faced all types of decks, including Morfrost. You told me Hermes, and even Lochagon. I'm sure the mirror match was everywhere. So, out of your whole tournament run, what was the most noteworthy match? What made it stand out for you?
This is gonna be a funny story. My most noteworthy match was against Krakatuga Burn Artifact. I won game 1. In game 2, I lost by deck out. We started both with a double mulligan. After that, we were breaking for 3 turns, and I casted double Nectar of the Gods, and I still was breaking. Gladly, like, the person was breaking as well. In the end, they attacked with Kid Leo with like 2 spirits. They had nothing in spirit deck and nothing as a field, and I just had 1 in spirit deck and 1 in Aphrodite, and I was like, oh, okay. I wasn't counting, so let's see if I win by deck out. Let's count the cards. I shielded. We started counting. I had 23. They had 24. So they basically won because I casted 1 too many Nectar of the Gods. It was a hilarious game. And the other game was against Blisterix. They had triple Cedar Floor in hand. And I asked, why didn't you mulligan? And they was like, I just drew them. It is what it is.
Well, Pope, I want to thank you once again for coming and taking out of your time to do this. Regardless, right, this is something that we worked on for a while. Obviously, you took the deck in a very different direction to what I originally came up with when we were testing for the other premiere back in November. Overall, I think that the theory showed that it was successful, right? There, we were onto something, and I'm really happy that it led to you getting your first win. Congratulations once again for the tournament win, and also for qualifying for Worlds. We're all very happy that you were there. And I have one more thing before we roll the carpet, and that is any shout outs or final thoughts you want to hand out to the crowd, by any family or friends that you want to give a huge shout out. The floor is yours, man.
For shout outs, like I said in the interview, I shouted you out, helping me out for like in testing and Iram. And yeah, that's basically my shout out.
All right. Well, you heard it here. Thank you, Pope. Thank you for coming. And for more great content like this, guys, please subscribe. Like, who else got to interview the champion? Come on now. Well, I mean, Swolax, let's be honest here. Swolax got to do it first. But we got the scoop. We got the deck in its full glory. So for more great content like this, don't miss out. Like the video, subscribe, and comment down below what was your favorite part out of Pope's deck. Right? Without much ado, that will be all. Decent Shirt signing out.